Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today's build and play guide is going to be on Holland. Yes, we did get an update. We'll go over through that here in a second. So we did need to upgrade or update our video for this. We are using a Jersey Swirsky with Carl Bergami and William Sims. So the same build that we use on Gdansk, right? We don't have to worry about detection. We have a radar now. All right. Uh, Obviously, Jersey Swirsky's base trait is C detectability, but also we're going observant range and mortar. These guns definitely, when you put mortar on them, they turn the livens this ship up a lot, and these guns are fantastic with mortar. You also have to get used to aiming them, but make sure you run mortar with a non-detection build, right? Because you have a radar. All right. We're also taking perceptive because the guns turn quick enough as they are, and we are using Fox Flare. So even though we don't have a smoke generator, we can still get our main battery to reload quicker when the radar is going. We don't have a smoke, and I don't care too much about the engine boost, to be honest with you, obviously. So I would much rather take this and getting a 10% reload. I know it's not the world's best perk, but it is a 10% reload buff when you need it most. For your modifications, we're taking aiming systems, and we do get prop mod on this, which is really nice, along with the concealment mod, and we are taking main battery mod 3. You can upgrade it to legendary right here, as you can see. I do have, I'm using this for the Bureau daily matches right now, so I do have my main battery mod 3 in it. And having played it recently quite a bit, I can tell you, I haven't played it basically every day now for the last 4 or 5 days. This is an incredibly strong ship, guys, now with the radar. And I am not joking. This thing is very good. You may have laughed at this before. You know laughing at it now. That being said, we got 2 engine boost and 2 radars. You could take 2 pretty strong heals, but in my opinion, the radars are much better. And you do have defensive AA for survivability of 22,000 hit points on this build. So not as much as like Gdansk, but it's enough, I can assure you. Your main battery, you have a 4 120s. They go up to 11 kilometers and they reload in a second and a half. Oh, and the turret traverse, even with taking perceptive, is 8 seconds. So no reason to take twist and track on this ship. Plenty good. Now, you might only have 4 guns, but you got to keep in mind they reload every second and a half, meaning this DPM is pretty crazy when you build with mortar. With mortar, that you have plenty of damage here, right? Like DPM on this thing skyrockets with that. And you still have an 8% chance to start fires. You guys have seen me use the guns on this thing in the past. I already thought it was a relatively decent gunboat. Now it's with that radar, it is a really good gunboat. I think this is among the best at the tier. Everybody has their own opinions. I like Daring, Gearing, Holland, and Gdansk. Obviously, I still think Gdansk is the most powerful in my opinion. But there's a lot. There's a lot of good destroyers now at the tier, at legendary tier. That being said, your AP not amazing, but you can use it when you need to. Torpedoes. These things are fun. You get 5 or you get 10 of them. They're 86 knots. They go forever. 15 kilometers. Uh, they only do 10,000 damage, but man, do these things stack up. With the speed of this is everybody thinks of this thing as a torpedo boat. I just think this is one of the most balanced boats in the game, and it's good at whatever you want it to do. If you want to torp with it, it's great. If it's a gunboat, it's great. And the match I got for you guys, showcase, is kind of going to show off both of them things here. AA defense is very solid. A lot of it out at range. The closest is only 3.5, but you got it out to 5.2. The AA on this thing is no joke. If you do get into a carrier match for a destroyer, it is very good. Maneuverability 35 knots, so not the world's fastest ship, but it has a very good turning circle for the tier, for legendary tier, and a decent rudder. Your concealment is 6 kilometers, but it doesn't really matter because you have this radar here. Now, that being said, you that radar is only 7.5 kilometers, but it is 20 seconds instead of 15. So just remember that. I think I didn't mention the radar is 7.5 instead of 9. It's still, you get detected in this thing, you just radar and it's over. Stats. Okay, you guys got to remember, this ship without the radar wasn't a bad ship, but it wasn't a ship that could control the match. All right. And also, I have had some pretty stinking rough teammates in this thing, not gonna lie. I have a tendency to try to not blame teammates too often if I can help it, but when you're doing 60,000 damage in a destroyer, in 1800 XP, it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. Now, that being said, now that you have the radar and you can build fully into the guns and make this a very balanced and solid ship, Sing is much stronger. My win rate is already going up, and my everything is going up now. Kind of was a underwhelming ship in my opinion before the radar. I thought it was fun but underwhelming, right? Uh, that being said, here, for your armor, it's a destroyer. You have none. Try to take any unnecessary hits when you can. As we start the match, it's disclaimer time. This is a beginner's video meant to help people new to the ship or new to the game. This is not meant for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything in the universe. There are multiple ways to play and build this ship. And I am a above average player, not the world's best. I make mistakes. You may see one in this match. You didn't come here for pronunciations. I'm as good as anybody at slaughtering beautiful languages all the time. With that out of the way, wanted to mention I think you should double check and make sure when you get this ship that you equip the radar, because I think the health is by default now the one that's equipped first. So it's kind of one of them like the USS Black moments where instead of the speed boost you want to switch it out like on Black. But here obviously is a heal. That being said, I'm letting the people know where I think the destroyer is. I want to hunt this destroyer, but I see that the ACAP guys are actually pushing up the blue on the left. Let's not say blue. That we're assuming things way too early. I'm gonna call them purple. You will understand why I don't necessarily think they're on my team here in a second. That being said, you want to hunt destroyers first, right? But we're over here. We took this path. We're gonna quickly try to grab this ACAP and then head over. Also, I am just trying to see if there's any cruisers to move up here that are moving up here so I can torp the bejeezers out of them. There are not. So, Preussen is sitting at the back of the map doing Preussen things. And we're going to go ahead and move into the cap here. I'm not located, so that destroyer went the other way, which I was kind of surprised being a Shimakaze. I was located, so I almost thought it was a cruiser. Wasn't sure for certain where the cruiser was. You can see all of the guys on my purple team here are moving in, right? So I'm thinking, okay, I can't even spot for these guys. I'm going to have to go out and I'm going to try to spot for them around behind this island. However, before we get the cap even, our cruiser goes down. And I'm thinking, okay, I got to get out here and spot and get to this destroyer on the enemy team, right? So we're gonna go ahead and push out. So first 3 minutes, slow start, but I get a cap, and I'm gonna try to help spot for our guys that are in the cap here, and try to get out here and maybe find the destroyer, because you can see I'm located again. Preussen sitting at the back of the map eats a couple torpedoes. Shocker. Alright. To be fair to him, he can't. There's no way he can predict at the very back of the map he's going to eat torpedoes. However, you can see here, I am trying to get out here so I can spot these guys. However, they are starting to push into the A cap. And I did see Aki over here broadside, so I'm trying to get him spotted. And I'm located, so I'm thinking there's a destroyer here. I got to be careful about shooting my guns off all willy-nilly, right? With an Aki here and a Preußen, that is a nasty combo for us. Right, now I'm going to show you guys a really good showcase here. We're going to drop a set of torps on Aki. We're going to wait a minute because Japanese battleships have a short damage con. So we're going to set out a second set on Aki as well. Right, so we've already hit Preußen. We are getting ready to hit Aki. And I'm trying to spot for these guys. And as you guys can see, we slap Aki pretty good with 2 floods. He obviously is going to damage con that here in a second. And before I know it, I look back over and our entire team of purple is gone in the A cap. Alright, I've been trying to spot for them. They could not hold that cap down apparently, and we go ahead and whap Aki again, and beginning that he had a damage flood or a damage con the first 2 floods. We have now gotten him with another flood set, and he is on his way to flooding out. These torpedoes, do not underestimate them just because they show a low damage number. If you stagger torpedoes like I just did, they can be quite effective. Just ask Aki. Now we're going to push up. They are taking the cap. I am trying to defend the cap. Obviously, shooting my guns here with all these guys here, not the world's best option, right? So I am asking for help. The battleship that is in the C cap is the guy spamming chat is a Yamato. Probably the first time he's ever played it. I don't care if you're spamming chat normally, but you know, if he had put that effort towards maybe shooting his guns, it probably would have went a little bit better for him. Now, Schlieffen goes down in the middle of the map. Again, listen, I can only rip on my teammates a little bit. They all pushed in and tried to help. Little overly aggressive, and they got beat up. So, I am trying to stop that flank with getting over to the destroyer because I know the destroyer, or I think the destroyer's over on this side. It's a Shimakaze, and I'm still trying to get him off the board really quick. So, our torps, we are trying to get out here for the cruiser and the 2 cruisers and the battleship that are over here. I'm hoping that a bunch of them run into them. We do hit GK. So, again, pretty good. The destroyers, our cruisers, I'm guessing, slowed down. And we are going for our second cap here. I am trying to limit damage the best I can in even this match out. Alright. Not much I can do. As you can see, it is going bad very quickly, and I am trying my best. In the process here, you can see we're grabbing this cap and we're heading over to this side because we know for sure the destroyer is over here. He's been spotted on the map, obviously. So we want to get to this destroyer, even the playing field. Janan, easiest thing to dub strike in the game. We're not, or one of them anyway. But you can see we're trying to get torps on him at the same time because we know he's going to be heading for this cap at some point. We also know we're getting located, or the other destroyer, or somebody's closer to us now than the Janan. We get spotted, and this is going to be a real good showcase of the guns. And I know this is a Shimakaze, but that isn't the point. The point is when you see I get my guns on target, how fast. As you can see, we're going to miss a couple shells, and then we are just going to light this guy up, and his health is going to be gone. And that is why you take mortar with this type of reload. And you can see our radar to speed it up as well, not only detecting him, but It didn't matter. This guy had no chance whatsoever, and we lose 2,000. We lose 1,000 or 2,000 health very quickly. Or I mean, while we take him out completely. And now we got to run behind this island because there's a conqueror. And I don't care what ship you're in. The only, and even Gdansk, I guess I should have mentioned it in the Gdansk video we did the other day. The only ship I'm scared of in a destroyer like this of Gdansk is Conqueror, because when they hit you, it hurts. And we're trying to get in here to get the other cap, and you think with the Jiran spotted, somebody would hit him to reset that cap, but we are not getting that type of luck. Again, doing my best here, right, to even these playing fields. I'm trying to get over here to spot all what I can. Obviously, we have Jinan spotted. Nothing is happening to him. The battleship that needs the battleship that needs spotting has spotting and not using it. We're gonna go ahead and do our best here. We can see we are getting our third cap. I want to be clear, guys. Our third cap. Also, in that gunfight, you notice we did hit Jinan with a torp, right? So we have 415 torpedo hits. We have we've used our guns obviously when we had the opportunity. We smoked the Shimakaze. We are doing all that we can. Let me be clear. We have 3 caps and 150,000 damage. Also, this Jinan goes into his smoke screen. We're gonna drop a set of torps into him. Rhode Island goes down. Now, to be fair, our Castilla here has been doing a good job trying to win this side. He did help me get this cap, but we do have 1 solo cap and 2 shared caps. But again, we have gotten 3 caps in this time frame. Again, Yamato with something clearly spotted for him, even though he's at the back of the map. Not going to do much. Also, we're going to smoke Jinan in this here. I don't know how he remains alive with 3 torpedo hits after he already was almost at half health. There's not much left for him, but we're going to go ahead and try for our 4th cap. Oh, man. And it's not like I only hit battleships to get the damage amount that we've had. We hit GK, we hit Aki, and hit Preußen. I get that. But we also hit Jinan, and we've completely taken all the health off of Jinan, and we completely killed the destroyer, right? There's not a whole lot more I could do at this point here. I am trying my darndest, I swear to you. We throw 1 set out on the cruiser, I think it's Johan or it was a Gordon Liu, can't remember. Either way, we know it's an airstrike, this cruiser, and we're going to stay out of his detection. I can't push this cap any harder than I am now. I have a 6.0 detection, and the second I get spotted, I will get absolutely mauled. I don't know what happened here. It's not good. Oh, look, our battleship hit something. That being said, we're gonna hit our we're gonna hit another torp for number 19 of the match. At this point, I realize the cap is gonna go. I'm gonna try to use my guns and our radar to go ahead and try to get Johan de Witt knocked out here. I'm thinking maybe I got the DFPM to do it, but unlike my team, they are going to do a very good job of getting rid of me, and there's not much I can do here as the match ends before I can try to take him out. Guys, that is 3 caps and 190,000 damage with a high caliber at legendary tier and a destroyer. I cannot do much more than that to try to help my team. We did a great showcase of the ship. Had we won, that would have been a 3,600 base XP game. Not much I could do there, guys. You guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks.